every once in a while people just vent on Twitter, and then like most of the time when I see people lose it on Twitter, I'm like, I've been there. I've had that moment, so I don't care. But sometimes you just erupt. Someone said one thing that you were like, today's the day! I said I wasn't gonna do it, but today's the day we do this right now, internet! And you just lose it. And I think, and then when it's over, you're like, all right, well, I got that off.
You can't go crazy outbursts.
Well, it's kind of like if you had a job, and at your job, you went nuts and said, I'm gonna murder you to your boss, and your boss fired you. The boss has every right to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spoiler about the business world, guys, but even if you don't like the people who are in charge, you gotta kiss their ass because they're the ones who write the paychecks. So that's when you go home to your friends and spouse and go like, I swear to God, if that young punk kid, if he comes in the office again with his khakis, talking about gonna go play golf instead of doing business where I'm working there 46 years, I swear to God I'm gonna kill him. You say that to your family. Not to him.
Like a normal person.
With their kids.
Like a normal, yeah. You plan out murder in the comfort of your own home,
Yeah,
like normal people.
You don't do it on Twitter to the guy. For many years I've said, I probably should have some sort of psychiatrist or therapist I go to talk about stuff, but I imagine the things I would say to that person, they'd be like, these aren't even fucking real problems.
I know, yeah.
Come to me when you have something. I'm like, but someone on the internet said that I was a big fat loser.
Internet therapist is what they need.
Yeah, they need someone who specializes in dealing with shit that isn't real problems.
They said I'm bad at moving in the game and finding stuff, and they don't want me to find the loot in
I'm
the
trying my
corner.
hardest to play this video game, and everyone's making fun of me.
They keep telling me that 2 videos a day isn't enough. Like, what am I supposed to do, you know? Like, what do they want from me?
They say my deck is terrible to build the pro decks. Learned some great life lessons today. We learned that Dodger plans out murders in her home. Probably planning to kill Sam pretty soon, to be honest.
Oh my God, I was listening to a podcast that was entirely about how often a normal person thinks about murder. They did like a really big test that like the average person actually thinks in detail about how they could get away with murder. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Like, that's why I think like one of the coolest sci-fi premises is like precognition, things like that, because most people think bad things every so often, and like if you were just, no one acts on it because you're like, yeah, no, that's stupid.
A terrible thing, yeah.
Yeah, but you would think, like, if people could predict what would happen in the future, if they, like, oh, God, this guy's thinking of murdering someone, like, I wasn't going to do it, right? But you're in jail because, like, I like that premise for sci-fi, so that's cool. It's cool.
Oh, man. I know that we're not supposed to just be talking about murder, but for real, last night...
Dodger really does think about murder all the time.
Last night, I actually killed someone, guys. I did it.
It was such a rush. No, on Ask Reddit last night, there was a huge post that was called, "Are you related to a murderer? And if so, do you still love them?" I was on there for like an hour and a half just reading all of these stories of people who have a relative, like close or distant, and like what they did, how they murdered somebody, whether or not the family still talks it, like just so,
Dodger
like,
is you are so in the YouTube. You're so in the YouTube mindset that you're worried about if you murder someone, if you'll still have followers. Like, if I kill someone, will people still watch my videos?
People still like me? Oh, yeah, because people are crazy. Somebody would be like, no, that guy totally deserved it. Dodger for president.
Dodger.
Somebody out there.
She's probably
like the
offended
Dexter
Dodger.
of YouTube. Someone in the comments was like, hey guys, it's jail time.
Jail time.
Point of
I
order.
don't get coffee here, but...